All right, week 8 weigh-in. Did that this morning. Let's take a quick look. Here is the scale. I'm going to insert that right here. Now you can see, boom, 237. Wait a couple times to get the average, but 237 is the average. So let's take a look at the scale graph. Last Wednesday, that was May 6th, that was weigh-in week 7. We were a couple days late because of the vacation. So 245.8 is where we weighed in. And then here we are, Monday, May 11th, and 237. That's a solid 8.8 pounds. Now, I don't think for a second that I lost 8.8 pounds in the last 5 days. But if you remember, week 6 weigh-in, I had this one weird Saturday where I woke up and I hit 240, 240.2 or 8 or something like that. I don't know. It was in the 240 to 241 range. And then immediately the next day I went back up to 242, then 243 on Sunday. Then I had my weigh-in and I think it was like 242 something. And then last week, vacation week, I just kind of went, from there, I kind of just stabilized. And then I went up over vacation, came back and weighed in for week 7. So bottom line is, here's where I think it is. It's a solid 3-pound weight loss since last Wednesday. So the Disneyland and vacation weight came off, plus broke that 242 and then went down to 237. So that's actually even 3 pounds off my lowest, which was like 2.5 weeks ago. So the last 2.5 weeks ago, I've kind of been hitting that plateau, and they even gave a little bit of gain, water weight and stuff like that because of the vacation. So I'll take that. I'll take that as a huge win. I'm happy with that. I'm finally below 240. Fingers crossed, I never see 240 on the scale again. Ever. That is the goal. So, how am I looking, feeling, whatever? I don't know. We're going to talk about that later this week because picture day. Today's Monday. I can't. Thursday the 14th, this week will be a 60-day weigh-in. So that's going to be actually weigh-in. That's going to be pictures. I'll put some pictures up so you see the, starting day 30, 60. Going to do measurements, take all those and see if I've lost any more inches. I honestly, this month's been kind of rough. I have no idea. I don't know if I can see it, Anyway, so that's where things are at. I feel pretty good about that. That's literally, 3 pounds since the lowest, but technically even since that other weigh-in, that's another 5 pounds since that 242 that I was feeling, 242 point something down to 237 solid. So, yeah, I feel great. Now, tonight's video, what we're going to do, I was going to do a workout video and I was really going to show it, but I cannot get the right angle. My gym room is really small. I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to do my upper body workout, but I think I'm going to film dinner, making some dinner. So tonight's going to be a little bit more of a cooking one. I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you've seen all the viral hamburger tacos or something like that. I don't know what they're calling it, but I'm going to make I'm going to basically make like a hamburger patty on a quesadilla, on a low carb quesadilla, 2 net carbs per tortilla. And I think I'm going to make it more like a, what do you call that? Tostada. So it's just going to be like tortilla, hamburger, lettuce, tomato, cheese with a little bit of hot sauce. Probably eat 2 or 3 of those. That's going to be about 6 net carbs plus a couple of veggie carbs in there. It's going to be a big win for a keto meal and hopefully keep this weight loss continuing. So anyway, let's go make some dinner. Before I cook dinner, we're going to check the old ketones.
Hello.
There's Jake. He's always got to be getting in the shot, It's good. Yeah, you did. It's going in the video. All right, that's counting down. We got 10 seconds here, 5. I'm really hoping that I'm in ketosis better than yesterday. I was like a 0.6 or something. Oh my gosh. That's a little frustrating. That's a 0.6. Dang it. Trying to think of what I could have eaten that kept me down there. I don't really know. That's frustrating. Blood sugar is 89. We like that. All right, we got 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm gonna throw into the little bit of this ranchero taco seasoning. I've never used that before, so we just had it. Then I'm gonna mix. So I'm just gonna get my hands in there and I'm gonna mix it. Okay, here's everything that's going in there. We got the ground beef. We got the tortillas. We got some tomatoes I'm gonna chop up. We got some hot sauce for on afterwards. Some shredded lettuce, some sour cream, some guacamole, and some shredded cheese that I shredded yesterday, and the big thing. So that is what we're doing. Now here's how we're gonna do it. All right, we're gonna take some meat. We're gonna put a little ball of hamburger on these things, right? And then you're gonna like press it out. I've never done this before. I just watched a couple of videos. So I have no idea how it's really gonna work, but which is why I think I'm doing it more like a quesadilla than a taco, because I don't think I want to fold it up afterwards. I'm probably gonna have some extra hamburger too. So we're just gonna take this. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna press it. You know, my hands are clean, don't worry. But you're gonna press it out. I forgot I had this little press thing. So, ooh, that's kind of works. All right, we're gonna place these things face down on the grill. Hear that? I don't get to fire up the Blackstone very often, so. Bada bing. And let those cook for a minute. And we'll flip them. Hold on. Oh. All right, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but we're flipping these things. I'm gonna try and let this tortilla crisp up enough. Look how much that meat shrank. Those were like full. So yeah, it's hamburger, it shrank. So we're gonna let this go, see if it'll get crispy. I don't know if it's gonna be tostada worthy. It might end up being a taco. But I don't really know. We're gonna find out. Well, keep watching. Yeah. All right, going. All right, we're gonna add some cheese on here. I don't know how any of this is gonna work. This is what you call using leftovers and trying to make something good. Just kidding. Oh, I feel like I'm running out of propane too. That might be part of the problem here. You got me. All right, I don't know if these are done enough, but you know, they're done enough. We may have to get another tray. Hello. Here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado, kind of like a pizza. A little bit of the guacamole. I'm gonna do just a little bit of the sour cream. You know, this is just like they make them at Del Taco. I don't know. And then I'm gonna go with some lettuce. I'm gonna do a little bit of tomato. And I'm gonna do a little bit more shredded cheese from my shredded cheese disaster from yesterday. Totally cut my finger on the cheese grater. You know that hurts. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of Taco Bell fire sauce. And voila, dude tostada. Not sure if I could finish the video without a proper taste. I'm gonna try to eat this. Dude. That's freaking good. Hold on, I'm gonna ask chat what the calories and macros are on this. All right, so here are the macros. We got good protein, high fats, and low carb. I don't think the carbs are that high for just one of those. It's vegetable carbs. All right, that's wrap. I'm gonna eat 3 of those things. And if you look at those macros we just went through, I'm gonna be between 15 and 1800 calories for the day. I'll be under my net 20 carbs, get plenty of protein, plenty of fat. That hopefully will help me get a little bit deeper into ketosis. I'm still kind of hovering there at the baseline, which is kind of bugging me a little bit. But anyway, that's it for today. So we had a weigh-in week 8. We made a good ketogenic dinner for tonight. And it's kind of almost feels like a cheat meal, but it's not. So that's actually great. And then we're just taking action. So yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate your time. Daily, you guys give me the time every single day, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for commenting. Keep the conversation down below. What'd you have for dinner tonight? How about that? What'd you eat for dinner tonight? And we will see you tomorrow. Dude, out. Oh, don't forget, Wednesday night. I'm going to make a video tomorrow, but Wednesday is going to be a live stream. I really don't want to be sitting there by myself talking to myself. So 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to open it up. Going to do a quick spiel on a topic, and then we're going to open it up to questions and answers and socializing. And so get your questions ready, and I'll be more than happy to oblige. So see you tomorrow.